Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm at the Shreveport Regional getting another deck profile. What deck is this?
This is Noble Knights.
Alright, let's hop in.
Alright, I'll start off with the monsters first. Move that out of the way. Right. So, I run 3 Merlin, of course. This is the lone fire of the deck. It gets you any Noble Knight in the deck that you want. I was debating between 2 and 3 for like the really longest because I rather this card be a Noble Arm instead of actual Noble Knight, because there are sometimes when my hand just clogs with monsters and I see enough of them. But I decided I wanted to like OTK faster, and I actually want to see monsters more in those random hands when you just have nothing but Noble Arms and nothing else. So staple at 3. And then of course 3 Medrod is the heart and soul of the deck. This is what makes the deck actually good. This is your plus engine. He'll get you 5 cards out the deck. That's pretty solid. I'm pretty sure everybody knows what this monster is, so I'll just go next. Triple Boars, because when I don't see this monster, or I don't see this monster, then I want to see him. He is the main. He's like the second main monster that I want to see. Well, you want to see Medrod first to generate your pluses, but Boars does it just as well because you're always going. Your most optimal play is always Medrod Boars. So if I don't see either one of those 2 monsters, this is the one I want to see. Normally I equip, and depending on the equip monster, I'll grab Excalibur, Guinevere, and Destiny just to give this monster protection and give me a little bit board presence for a while. The One of Knights. This is it. This is like the only other knights I run in the deck. Dristan for spot removal. It's him and Bedrod and Dristan. They really combo well together. Where you just equip something to like any other knight on the field, and you just equip it to Dristan on your opponent's turn, and it's it becomes a disruptor basically. So like for like Cliffords, if they activate well no, not they activate Scout, but if they activate Scout, then you can go Dristan, you can go Bedrod into Dristan and bust. And he also leads to OTKs as well. Brothers, it's you got Gusto Emerald, your Potter Averus, basically. It's got a big body. I was actually thinking about running 2, but I opted to run just 1 because it has a good bit of drawbacks. And when you activate the effect, you can't go into any exceed you please. You can only go into Noble Knight Kings, which isn't that bad, but there are some plays where like I want to just go for game and kill my opponent now, and he kind of prevents me to do that, especially with his drawback that he can't attack unless there's exactly 3 Noble Knights on the field. It's a drawback I don't really understand why Konami gave it, but it is what it is. Of course, I already mentioned Bedrod. He's good for like helping with Dristan. He's also a card that can send either Excalibur, or if I have Last Shasta in my hand, I want to send Destiny. That way I can set that up for like if Medrod ever goes to the graveyard, he'll be safe on board. Or I can just bring him back and dump, and then summon like any rank. Even level 4, make a rank 4. That's why I run him. All right. Also to note, I chose him over Lancelin because Lancelin I found to be very dead in the hand. I would normally just have almost in the hand and he just sit there, and I have to either get this card to make him good, or I have to run like bad cards that just make the deck inconsistent, like Regeki Break or Phoenix with Wind Blast, which are good in other decks, but not this deck. So I'd rather him because I could just normal summon him and it'll do pretty much the same thing, or I can get him off for a Medrod, and like if I have an unre-equipable spell like Excalibur, I'll just summon him, send Destiny, bust the Excalibur, and then go into rank 4 King. Right. And Wayne, I feel like because I'm running Rhodas, one is enough. He doesn't really do much except you just want to use him for exceed plays mainly. He can be a good beater, but other than that, it's not that great. Yeah. Those are the one-offs. And 2 Queens. I was running 1 for the longest, But with the new format of Necros and Trish randomly banishing cards, I want to be able to play the game, so I'll have to run 2 queens.
Yeah.
Honestly, if Trish wasn't a thing, then I just run 1 because I don't really think it's that great. Especially like with MST running around is just you equip it and then they MST it and then you're just done for the turn and you can't do anything. So I don't feel it's that great, but I do want to be able to have. I do want to be able to have it, so yeah, I'll run 2 just in case I get Trish. 3 Veilers. Like I said, Trish is a problem with this deck because it doesn't even target. So even if I make a big king play, Trish will still banish it, which is a hard minus for the deck. So I want to be able to see this card in my opening hand and possibly make a big king play. And 9 times out of 10, when an opponent is actually trying to do something to disrupt your big king play, they'll go into a monster effect. So I'll just Veiler the monster and then they'll pass for the turn and I'll just kill it. It's also real good like for Satella Knights, and now that Torghast at 1, you just Veiler it and then they sit there with their Torghast and Burnibus can't play for that whole turn, which is real good. 1 Thunder King. Pretty much everybody's searching right now, even this deck. So, wow. Thunder King too strong. Anyway, and Necros, it completely shuts down Necros. They can't do anything long with this monster on the field. So when you have him in back rows, you just kind of win it free. So yeah. That's my monster lineup.
I guess we should hurry since I guess they're about to kick us out or whatever.
Yeah, I'll try to make it.
How you gonna steal my shirt like that, homie?
It's not my fault. Thunder King too strong. 2 Destinies.
That's the worst part.
2 Galatons. Powers everything right now. 2 Caliburns because it doesn't re-equip, and when you use one, you want to have access to another one. Attack 1 Caliburn. Just 1. 1 Offerder. The -5 kind of hurts a little, so I don't want to see it that much. But against like Satella Knights, I normally side in another one just because I can equip it to their monsters and bust their back row. And the longer it stays there, the more minus they have.
Yeah.
That's it. And then 2 last chapters. I only run 2 last chapters because I was running it at 3 for the longest, but at 3 I found I was drawing it way too early, and I was seeing it in a bunch of hands where I have noble arms and hand traps. And I just didn't want to see it early game that much. So that's it. 2 rotors. I think the deck pretty much searches enough, so I only opted to run 2 rotors, and it was very tight on space, very tight. But everything's at 3, so you have Merlin. There's 8. Triple MST. This deck loses to Scale Drain, so I want to get rid of that. And some decks are actually taking that Cliff with Scale Drain. I don't know what it's called, but Recollect. There's someone taking that, so like I want to get rid of that as much as possible. Plus back rows really hurt this deck as well, so just get rid of them so I can do plays. Power cards, Regeki, Book of Moon. Very strong card against the B8. You just set their monster, and then they're stuck for the turn, and it helps you swing out for OTKs as well as disrupt boards. And most people don't like it when you disrupt their boards, so yeah, self-explanatory really. And I'm only running 4 traps, 1 ring, Vanny's Emptiness, and 2 Mirror Force. This card's real good against Necros right now. Most of the time they'll try to build up a big board and then just swing out, and you're just Mirror Force, and they're minus real hard. It's also good against like other decks that try to OTK you as much as possible. So we have these 3 cards to stop the OTK, and this card is just really powerful. I was testing it out. I actually like it. I really like the card. I really don't think I need to explain Ring of Destruction. Talk about it.
I guess just run this sign next to you really quick.
Alright, I'll try. Got 2 big kings.
Yeah.
2 rank 4 kings. Then I check the Vulcasaurus just to steal games sometimes. And of course the common to go in the Gaia Charger. XYZ Rebellion Dragon so that I can get over Unicorn. Sometimes I can't get over Unicorn. OTK status, the deck can still do it. This is a really good card right now. Mostly everything is graveyard effects, so I just summon Dweller, and once I summon Dweller, it kind of just shuts off my opponent. So I have like back rows and a king or anything like equipped, and they just can't deal with it. So it just locks in game for me. Cardboard is still games. This card's broken. Castle, Castle's pretty much self-explanatory as well. It's for those random like floodgate cards that get or monsters I can't get rid of. Castile will get rid of it for me and just open up plays. Same thing with Honor Art. This would combo with Vantage Fiend. You just sit on it for a while and your opponent can't really do anything. And this is really more just spot filtered because I couldn't really find anything else to put in. But it's good against the Necros matchup and other random graveyard matchups like BA and Lightsworn. Just disrupt it. You can also equip it to your Big King, and your Big King becomes 52. And it's powerful. It's just powerful. Sideboard, 2 Lances because I hate back row. Offered her because I hate back row, and it's solid in the mirror. It's also solid against Satella Knights and the random 6 Samurai. This helps you win against your Clifford matchups more and random floodgates that'll disrupt you. This is Maxi. Anybody that's trying to like OTK me, I'll just side in these 3. Any like Infernoids, Lightsworn, BA especially, Necros whenever. Not so much Necros, but I'll side in maybe like 2 for Necros, like in time.
Yeah.
And then it'll help me draw my Veiler faster, which is the real card I want to see. Soul Drain for BA. And Stakes and Shad Ride, which is my Necros hate. It's also very good against Clifford as well, and Satella Knights. It just stops them. But I mainly had these in there for Necros.
Alright, so that's the profile. I appreciate it. Remember guys, give it a thumbs up if you liked it, leave a comment, and subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh! Thanks again.